Good afternoon from Dubai again. You can see Burj Khalifa behind us, tallest tower in the world. That's where SBI would like to go, but we still have some work to do. Having said so, in 2025, everything is possible. With technology today, we are going to talk about the trend and the change in the hospitality industry. And yeah, we are going to talk about AI. And I'm wondering, what will the industry do today without AI? Now, it's not only the hospitality industry, please don't misunderstand. It seems like nothing was existing before AI. Okay, we understand and we appreciate that AI is going to make a major transformation on everybody's life. But come on, guys, everything is not about AI. Yes, AI is important. Yes, AI is helping us to do a better job. Yes, yes, at the end of the day, AI is almost doing everything. But until when AI is going to do everything? Up to what limit? Now, what does Swiss-Bel do in order to integrate AI in our business? Well, we are transforming also our industry and obviously our company in order to fit the AI need and actually to have AI actually fitting our needs. But at the end of the day, let's not forget, AI or no AI, people still have to manage a job. Yeah, I know that we talked about AI earlier, and we talked about transformations. True, fair enough. There is another subject which SBI is taking extremely seriously, and I believe that it also comes more naturally with the customer's behavior, sustainability. You know, a few years back, everything was about sustainability, and suddenly AI came over there and everybody put sustainability in the back, and actually you don't even hear about sustainability. And I think that it's a shame. People are changing. The new generation coming up on the market are actually much more careful and sensitive to sustainability than basically the previous generations. I'm a baby boomer. Most of the time, actually very, very soon, like all the baby boomers will be retired. The millennial will come on the market, and when you go and ask the millennial what they think about it, they don't talk about AI. At the moment, they are talking about wellness, taking care of the nature, sustainability. So sustainability is really something which is in the heart of SBI. It's part of our pillar, and that's not going to go away. And this is why we have created that famous brand Maoa earlier, which is all about wellness and sustainability and just reconnect with nature. That's what SBI is about, connect with people. Another thing that we are observing in the Middle East, and not only in the Middle East, but in Europe, Africa, India, obviously Middle East where we are based, is the rise of the mid-scale properties. Let's take a step back and look at the evolution of the world. Today, 65% of the mid-class are coming basically from Europe, United States, and part of Asia like Japan. In the next 15 years, the 65% will not be part of that region anymore. The 65% will be about China, India, and Africa. What does that mean? That means that for every single person who can buy a 5-star hotel, you have 100 persons who cannot afford one. And we can see that the investors, the owners, and including the operators, are now going into that market because we have an emerging demand, enormous emerging demand, which goes basically on the 2- and 3-star market or 3.5-star market. What we can see also is that some developing countries like India and China have a huge numbers of people coming up on the market, able to travel, and these people, if some of them will go to the 5 stars, most of them will go to the 3 and 4 stars, and even sometimes 2 stars because of the budget hotel. And again, Swiss-Bel with 18 brands, we have every single brand who can actually fit the demand. What is interesting with Swiss-Bel also is that more than 40%, 45% actually of our portfolio is purely actually in a 3 and 4 star market. So we are really, really specialized in the 4-star market. We see also a lot of changes in the hybrid market. Hybrid market means that you have actually 2 properties, one next to each other. One will be on a 2-star, the other one will be on a 3-star, and we cluster that in order to save costs and make obviously more return for the investors. And again, it's all the needs of fitting the market. We have now 2.4 billion travelers, and in 20 years you will have 4 billion. So yes, we can go after the 2.4 million and compete it with each other, or we can also look at developing product which will fit also the new traveler coming out on the market. And 1.6 billion, it's not a small number. How are we going to cope with that increase of traveler if we don't fit the needs of the market? Fitting the needs of the market is what SBI is about, because that's also what the investor want. They want return on investment. Very often I'm asked, what do you see to be the trend of the hospitality, after 2020-25? It's a very difficult question. But what we can observe is, one, technology is taking more and more space. Two, we are going to have a major shortfall of staffing and qualified employees, because we have some very hard time to attract new talent in the industry. Maybe because of perceptions, maybe because of the image that we are projecting, a lot of hours working on the Saturdays and Sundays and holidays. So we are facing a lot of obstacles. So again, I believe that HR are going to be the turning point. For the next 10 years, the biggest challenge will be HR. Costs are rising. We will always be able to control the cost or pass on some of the cost to the customers over there. But when it comes to HR, where are we going to take all the talents that we are needed? Every single hotel company, not only SBI, is growing, they are developing, they're opening new hotels every month, or some companies even every week. And where are the people come from? We are developing in Africa over there, and the only way that I can take the people is not in the college, it's basically to steal it from the competition, which is actually increasing the cost. And then obviously the competition is coming over there and stealing from us. So at some point of time, yes, human resources for the 10 years to come, for me, is the biggest challenge. We know that we have everything else. Customer behavior, the change in the market, the economics. We also have, obviously, the technology with AI. But people, for me, are going to be the challenge of the next 10 years.